going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It is Wednesday, April 13th, and we are 15 days away from the NFL draft. No, actually, I'm lying to you. It is draft night, and this is my war room setup. We are not ourselves tonight. My name is Rio Stokes. I am president of player personnel for the Washington Commanders, and this is our war room for the 2022 NFL draft. Going left to right, starting at the top. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Tay, featuring as Martin Tahue, and I'm the GM of the Washington Commanders. Looking forward to seeing what we can get out here in the talent pool, and just going to follow after whatever Ron says.
Guys. Coach Rivera here, guys. And, I'm just looking for football players, some guys that'll be bringing positional flex, some guys that have been through some real life shit, That's what we're looking for to come throughout this draft. So hopefully we can get a good haul. Guys.
You believe that?
Yes.
We're definitely looking for guys who have military ties in their family, man. Go ahead, Alex.
All right, good evening, everybody. It's Marty here, the Executive Vice President of Player Personnel, Washington Commanders. Ready to get started, ready to get this on, ready to get to on.
Your service a little choppy there, Marty. We got to work on that Comcast, my guy.
Because he's on the road, Marty on the road.
Yeah, Marty's on the road all the time. We already know he's in a scout's basement. I mean, he's in a player's basement right now.
So, well, guys, I'm Scott Turner, offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. Looking to add some guys on offense. We got a guy we believe in Carson Wentz, a guy we have players to build around. But, we need some more weapons. And so I'm looking forward to adding some offensive talent, some guys who can get the ball and know what to do with it when they get it. Excited about this draft.
All right. As the director of player personnel, I've been looking at this draft. I've been studying these players for quite some time. And I'm thinking personally, we need to prioritize offense early in this draft. What are you guys feeling so far about what we're going to do in that?
Hold on. We're missing my guy. Where's my guy?
Where's our defensive coordinator?
Where's my guy?
Where's our defensive coordinator? We are missing the guy in the chat.
Hold on. See, you're talking that offense. We need a Buffalo nickel.
Oh, man, we have a defensive coordinator, man. He's probably taking his hydroxychloroquine shots as we speak.
I agree with what Ron says. We need that Buffalo nickel, and that's what we're going to look at going to the draft. And,
there we go. There's
Ron
the man himself.
And that's just what we have to do.
There's one more person that needs to be in this war room right now. And
Sorry, fellas.
Coordinator, what's going on, man?
Was a little bit late. Was at the rally. Let me find my reading glasses. Sorry about that. How y'all doing tonight?
Going on, Jack.
My guy.
Doing good, Jack.
How we doing?
All right, Bob. Say your name, your position, and your occupation, and let us know what you're thinking. What's your mindset going into this draft class, Jack?
Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator, Washington Commanders. Just looking to get faster at every position. We want some football players. Above all, football players. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Okay,
football
man.
players.
That's
what
I'm
about.
Let's get to it, man. Let's get it, guys. First pick of the draft, Evan Neal, and then Hutchinson. Kyle off the board at 4. All right, I'm going to stop it right before our pick. Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. First of all, let's recap what just took place in front of us so far.
I would like to say one thing. I forgot to say this. Should have mentioned it at the beginning of the draft. But as the head coach, the GM, and everything, I would like to remind you guys that my word goes. All
right, guys. Let's look at this board real quick.
I mean, I've been a head coach too, so.
All right, guys, let's get it together. Let's look at this board real quick before we start the clock. I'm looking at these top 10 picks. Both corners did not get chose in the top 10. What do y'all think about that, man?
Well, we've addressed the quarterback situation.
I love it.
We've addressed the quarterback situation, but right now we've got a plethora of talent sitting in front of us, and we got to make a nice pick here. I want to hit a home run here, guys. Let's hone in on this one.
I'll tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a guy, Chris Olave, who's a technician in and out of his routes, who's sitting there available for you. I'm looking at a guy like Drake London, who's 6'4", basketball player, who's I'm looking at a guy like Jameson Williams, who ran 4.2.
Scott, you got a 6'3" shutdown corner on the board, and you're telling me you want?
And he can shut him down, but if we can't score, it don't matter who he shuts down, Jack.
Hold on, guys. What I'm here to say is that we have football players on the board. We have football players left. I know you guys have your pick of the litter, but you know, I'm a big Derek Stingley guy here. I'm a big, you know, we didn't expect Sauce to be here. We did not, honestly, guys, we did not expect Sauce to be here. But let me hear you, Scott. Let me hear what you got to say, Scott. Let me hear what you got to say, Scott.
Hear what I got to say. You know, I respect you, Coach, but you know, I called plays for a guy named Cam Newton. You know, my dad called plays for a guy named Cam Newton. My dad is a great guy, but I'm trying to get under his shadow, Ron, and I can't do that with De'Ami Brown. That's no disrespect to the player, but I can't do that with him. Curtis's rehab is going great, but ultimately we don't know. We traded for Carson Wentz, did we not? Did we not trade for Carson Wentz? Look at the cornerbacks we've signed. Look at the cornerbacks that Jack has misused for 2 years now. William Jackson III and Kendall Fuller. And utmost respect to you, Jack. But there is talent on defense.
All right, guys, listen, guys, I want to interject as the director of player personnel. We are now at 6 minutes and 57 seconds left on the clock for this first round pick. Are we fielding any offers for this pick? And are we even considering going down? With this talent on the board, I think we need to make a pick here. And what my board tells me, based on everything I've done as far as investigations on the players, seeing what their characters, stuff alike, I think the pick has to be one of the corners, Jameson Williams or Chris Olave. I would prioritize the offense, but both corners on the board, like I would.
19 points a game. 19 points a game.
Mayhew, back me up. What do you?
Sounds like a you problem. Scott.
You know, Ron likes the guys, the football players, with military background. So I just think we have to. What is our top three right now? Well, if we're going position wise, I drafted Matt Stafford in Detroit, and we had a terrible season that year. But we got our franchise guy, but we need weapons around him. But Ron, what do you see? Let's narrow it down to three people, and go from there.
Man, I really like Sauce. I really do. I don't know how he fits with Will playing out there on the boundary. I like Stingley as well.
How's Jack going to use him? Because are we going to put him in a zone, or are we going to put him in?
So Jack,
that's a great question. Are we
playing more man, Jack? What are we doing, Jack? Are we playing more man this year?
We're going to man up. And
you said that last year, Jack.
Yeah, well, I had Fuller out there. He was burnt toast. The whole time. Now we got.
All right, Jack. I have a
Sauce.
question for you, Jack. If we draft Sauce or Stingley, how do you plan on the starting unit and rotations working between those players? And I need these answers quick, because we now have 5 minutes left on the clock for this.
I'm kicking Fuller back inside where he did the best with Kansas City, and seeing what he can do. If he can't beat out St. Juice.
All right, guys.
I got no need for it.
Stop the presses, guys. We're getting called by the Eagles. We're getting called by Philly. They want to give us the 15th pick and the 51st pick. They want us to add a second-round pick, and they want us to go back to 15. Honestly, they have their eyes on either a receiver or one of these cornerbacks. What are we doing, guys?
I'm not helping Philly at all.
I'm not helping Philly out whatsoever on this. You can hang that
Listen,
right now.
Never trading in division. Nope, never trading in division.
All right, Howie, I appreciate the offer, but y'all can fucking kick rocks.
Yes.
See you later.
Guys, this is an easy decision, guys.
Sauce, Stingley, or Olave.
Talking about wide receiver, the deepest position in this class. We can get an excellent player in the second round. You're talking about picking between the two best cornerbacks in this class.
Who would have thought?
Pick your poison. I would go Sauce.
I'm picking Derek Stingley.
Oh, all right, gentlemen.
I have no problems with that.
Sauce or Stingley.
You always been my guy, Eric. You always been my guy.
Sauce or Stingley, gentlemen. Where we going with this?
Hey, you brought me from Carolina here to do great things, Ron.
Yes, sir. You know I did. Because I'm the head coach of the and everything.
Mr. Stokes.
Well, quarterbacks need weapons, folks. If they don't have weapons, they don't succeed. Offensive coordinators need weapons. I've got a guy in Jack who has 4 first-round picks on the defensive line, and they were one of the worst units on this team last year. So you tell me who the problem is.
So
Look who we had.
Scott.
328 on the clock, guys. 328 on the clock.
There's 3,000 receivers in the draft. We can get one at 47.
There's a reason you pick guys where you pick them. There's a reason you pick guys where you pick them.
Right.
They march.
I don't think there's much of a drop off between the
Jack,
guy
we have you down for
and the guy at 47.
I mean, I think there's a significant difference between Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, and John Mechie.
I agree. And I want guys who will take the ball 5 yards and know what to do with it and score a touchdown. We need yards after the catch. We need ability to make plays. We don't have that right now. And y'all are talking about adding to the defense. The defense is talented. You hear me? The defense is talented. You need to get them together. The offense is not talented. We have 1 first-round pick on that offensive unit. 1 first-round pick.
If we're not trading, BPA, point blank, period. There's
Ron,
no other way to get around this. We're not grabbing for need.
The best player on the board is Derek Stingley, guys. The best player
all
on
right,
the board.
guys, listen. We got 2 minutes and 28 seconds to push the card in. It comes down to Ron and Martin. What are we doing, Mayhew? What are we doing, Ron? Let's
talk, Marty.
Hey, man, I'm definitely feeling Stingley here. Sauce is going to be great, but, man, Stingley, I've got eyes on. I got the hots for him. I think he's going to be an outstanding talent here. Let's bolster that defense and take care because we're getting the business this year, guys. I'm going all up on Stingley.
Ideally, I would love to trade back and get Olave. Ideally. But since we're not trading within the division,
we're not doing that, Marty.
We know you're going to agree with Ron, Marty. Whatever Ron says.
A minute 44 seconds. Let's get it, guys. We got to come up with a decision. Is it going to be Stingley or is it going to be Olave?
19 points a game.
What are we doing?
Defense is winning championships.
Right now.
Defense is winning championships.
Offenses that scored 19 points don't matter how good the defense is.
Martin, you're the tiebreaker here. Who are we going with?
Olave or Stingley?
I want Olave.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Are we all on board with this? We're going Olave.
Ron,
I'm on board.
You're the one, Ron.
Ron.
Make
the final call. We got a minute left on the clock.
You
can overrule it. You could go defense. If you think Stingley is special, guys, I did homework on all of these guys. The character checks out. The character checks out on the receivers and the cornerbacks. I would prefer Derek Stingley over Sauce Gardner for this team specifically. Ron, it is your call. We now have 47 seconds to turn the card in.
So are you guys guaranteeing me that if we bring in Chris Olave, we can re-sign Terry in the offseason? Is that a guarantee?
Terry wants to be here. Terry's going to be here. You bring in his best friend. You give him someone on the other side who can help him increase his numbers.
Martin, are you going to pay the damn receiver?
Ron,
we're going to pay him.
Get the DB that strapped Jamar Chase, man.
What's the pick, Ron?
Let's go Olave. Put the pick.
Right. Sir.
Yes, sir. Chris Olave, wide receiver, Ohio State. We just made our first pick. We have
Carson Wentz weapons.
Right.
Give Carson Wentz some weapons. This is a deep draft. This is a deep defensive. Jack, get the defense together with what you have.
Scott, you've had your moment. Be where your feet are. You've had your moment.
Okay, guys. So what are we thinking for the second round right now? Are we targeting a specific position? We got the card in just in time, man. Chris Olave was the pick. We beat the clock. We're gonna see how the second round plays. Anything y'all targeting specifically for the second round?
Positional flex. I'm looking for a guy. I need somebody to play Buffalo nickel, middle linebacker, all over the field. You know, we lost Landon Collins, man. I'm looking for somebody that can play that role, that Joker type role.
Man,
what are y'all looking? We don't trade with Dallas though.
No.
Let me call up Catboy real quick. Hey, Jones. Kick fucking rocks, my guy. Okay. Tampa Bay, do we want to move back 13 and get a second in 2023? No, we do not. We want to make a pick. I think we should pause the draft right now, and I think we should go take a look before I put us on the clock. Let's see how the second round, and let's see how everything after our pick played out. Let me know if anything stands out to you guys.
I love that for Minnesota right there.
Man, Sauce.
Look at the next two picks.
Of course.
We threw them over.
Of course.
We threw them over.
Of course.
Scott, you better be happy.
Minnesota,
I'm happy.
You better be happy.
Give me a quarterback. Give me weapons, and you will see what you saw from my father from North. Finally,
Right.
give me weapons, and we've got some weapons. We still need
Okay,
more.
Scott,
Back out of New Orleans. I like it. I like
I'm
it.
dead serious when I say this, Scott. If this doesn't work out, this is your ass.
The Eagles, I'm not a fan of the Eagles draft.
I respect you too much to respond to that, Ron.
What the Saints are doing, I like Jermaine Johnson and Matt Corral. The Eagles took Devin Lloyd and Daxton Hill. I'm not sure about those two.
Well, that's just stupid.
Ooh, the Pittsburgh kid stayed in Pittsburgh. Thoughts?
That's a guy I'm high on. That's a guy I was high on. But I like Carson.
Okay. I hate that Wilson went to the Giants, man. The Chiefs got Drake London and signed Kenyon Green.
Ooh, that Treylon Burks is a great pick for the Titans.
The Colts taking Howell. That's interesting.
Wow.
Talented kid,
Drake
talented
London
kid.
falling. Wow. Is it possible Drake London will fall that far in the draft?
I think it is possible.
Wow.
All right, let's got a second round. The second round, Christian Watson is off the board. I mean, we don't need to look at receivers anymore. What are we? Chad Mooma's off the board. Ooh.
Wow, that hurts.
Nick
Nick
Cross
Cross
off
at
the
42.
board.
Oh, that hurt my feelings right there. That's where I was leaning right there.
All right, and I'm about to put us on the clock in 3, 2, 1. Let's deliberate. Who would like to start?
I'll let you guys know.
Can I have this one, please? Can I have this one, please? We went for need here. We obviously need to go best player available. There isn't any defender that I'm looking at right now that's just knocking my boots off, guys. Go ahead and give me somebody to get back up 24. I want Breece Hall right here. Scott, we're double dipping for you, man. We're gonna make this just as explosive.
Well,
Marty, you can never have too many offensive weapons. You got a guy in Antonio, a talented kid. He's a talented kid. He's got a fumbling problem. He's got too much weight on him. A kid like Breece Hall who can help him and give you two of those. Ooh, but man, an explosive offense that can help Carson. You can run the ball, pass to win, run to finish. I tell you what, I'd be running that pickup
no
there.
excuses.
Guys. Jaquan Brisker is sitting right there on the board. And I told you guys at the beginning of this draft, I was looking for my Buffalo nickel. And while he might not be able to play the Buffalo nickel, I can let Cam Crow slide down to his initial role in the Buffalo nickel where he excelled, and we can have one of these best defenses in the NFL. You guys didn't let me get my guy in the last round. You guys gotta hear me out, guys. You gotta hear me out, guys.
I see Brisker, to me, when I took a look at him, when I watched him at his pro day at the combine, he looks like a fluid free safety to me. Like, I don't see him as a tweener type guy. I seen him as a deep back safety type guy. Well, I don't know. What about you, Martin? What do you think of Brisker?
Yeah, Brisker, I don't think he's that Buffalo nickel like you're looking for. Maybe if a guy, like Kyle Hamilton, I feel like
I'm not looking for him to
or
be the
Nick
Buffalo nickel
Cross.
guy. Cam Crow. That's the role for Cam Crow, guys.
Nick Cross, maybe. Nick Cross would have been a good spot. He got drafted.
Cross long gone, my guy. We got 8:25 on the clock. Let's go.
I think we have to consider helping out our franchise quarterback. $20 million a year.
Yeah, I agree.
We got to put the right pieces around him right
You got to put the right pieces around him.
Jack doesn't look happy. Jack,
Who
tell me
has a chance to be
Jack's never happy.
Who has a chance to be the blue chip talent for us, guys? I've got more faith
Is
in
the
Breece.
saying defense wins championships?
I thought
Or
so,
is it
Jack.
offense?
I thought so,
Come
Jack.
on.
Antiquated.
I don't think defense wins.
Antiquated. Defense helps you win. You need a strong defense,
Unreal.
but you need an offense that can score 27 or more
Right,
points a
go.
game
Jack,
if you want to win Super Bowls.
Jack, who are you looking at here? Worth the pick. Are we looking at Troy Anderson?
You see Troy Anderson there, Jack?
Yeah, I see Troy. I Quay Walker. What are we looking at? Oh, Jabo
Troy
shouldn't be
Anderson.
there.
Ron talks about position flex. Is there any prospect in this class that displays position flex more than Troy Anderson?
I like Jalen Petrie too, man. That guy.
Wow.
I'll take that.
We need to draft the best player. We need to draft the player who will help us day one.
Let's not dilly dally and get cute. Let's go ahead.
I like to call
We saw a kid last year who we took.
Honey Badger
We
2.0.
didn't draft the best player available with Olave, guy.
No, we didn't.
We got a player who's going to help us from day one. We got a player who's going to help us. A smart kid, a great guy from a great family is going to help us day
So will
one.
Troy Anderson. Troy Anderson.
And we agreed that Breece provides the same thing for us. A little bit more security behind Antonio Gibson. He's been hampered by that too for a long time now.
How do we think Antonio's going to take that if we take him, guys?
I like
Antonio's going to take.
It's all about the
I like
team.
Gibby.
Antonio's the player.
But it's
Antonio's
almost
the
time to
player.
pay Antonio.
Hey,
It's almost time
Antonio's
for me to
worried
pay
about
Antonio.
playing Twitch with Darius Guys. I ain't worried about it.
Ron, that's the first
Right.
thing you've said that I agree with. That's the first thing you said that I agree with. Kid, he's a great kid. We hope we would get more from him. We have not seen that. Give me a guy like Breece Hall. Look at what they did over in Cleveland with the Kareem Hunt, with the Nick Chubb, and give me a 1-2 punch with weapons and a quarterback who can throw it downfield.
Well,
You
So
can
are
never
we-
have too many good skill players.
So are we thinking offense to
I'm
go
all
to
in on
start the
Breece
draft
Hall.
first and second round? And are we
No.
sure Breece Hall is better than Kenneth Walker?
hold on. There's a guy. We did not expect David Ojabo to be there.
Mm.
You know, he tore his Achilles, so we know he's been through some real life shit. We know. That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, I know we have the locker room for it, sir, but I think that would. I took him off the board after the pro day injury because
Is it a reach here?
it's too. Yeah, we can't. It shouldn't be a reach because he should be a top 15 pick in the
You
draft.
should. But we need a short thing here, guys.
We need someone who can help us day one, offense or defense.
We need a short
All
thing
right,
here,
guys,
guys.
we're
Okay,
down.
but
We're
Eric,
down to
so
five.
before we go further, let me get this last one. I don't know if I'm paying Antonio Gibson the money he's going to want in a couple of years.
No, I'm not because we don't
So-
pay running backs, sir.
Exactly. So we need to consider Breece Hall right here. That's all I'm going to say.
Eric,
think that's an answer.
can you
Ron?
just answer one question for me?
All right.
Is Breece Hall vaccinated or not? Because if he refused the jab, then let's go. I mean, turn the card in. What are we waiting for?
All right, look, Ron, but this is my thing with Troy Anderson. Troy Anderson is one of those guys you call a jack of all trades, but a master of none. This guy has played quarterback. This guy's played running back. This guy's now a linebacker. He's done everything. Is he going to solve the middle of the defense for us, or should we go out and get a starting running back and let Antonio Gibson thrive as the RB2 he was destined to be in this league?
That's a hard one. That's a really difficult one. But I'm really liking a guy on the board that we haven't really brought up now. How do you guys feel about Trey McBride?
Oh, I feel great about him.
Ooh.
Love the kid. He's actually
We need to
That's
move.
a-
You know, Logan's my guy, but we don't know if Logan's going to come back 100%. So how do we feel about a guy like Trey McBride here,
I
guys?
could do Trey.
We look at the
Trey here.
success.
If Jelani's going to be available down the line, guys, I don't want to reach for anybody. I want somebody that's going to be a home run.
I'm not sure. Trey
Marty,
You need to be where your feet are, Martin. You need to be
you
where
take
your feet are.
you take good players when they're available.
Yep. Trey is the best tight end in the draft, and honestly, I love Logan to death. I think Trey McBride comes in and starts and takes over tight end one here if we draft him, guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
And Trey McBride is white.
This is a
right?
reach, guys.
Correct?
This is a reach. It's not a game-breaking position.
White,
We
right?
have weapons. We have weapons.
Look at the success that our we traded.
You consider John Bates a weapon guy? You consider
We
John
traded-
Bates a weapon guy?
I consider him.
I'm not considering him a big weapon, but there's a reason why we have Terry and we took Olave as early as we did. Let's go ahead and get him. We have receivers. We have receivers, guys. We need to make sure we have a security blanket behind 24 in case he starts fumbling or slipping again. We need an explosive talent.
I like that Patterson.
I'm
tweet,
not
man.
sure he's going to be behind him because based on my scouting report and the way my board is set up,
And Stokes, if you're saying that, then he's the guy. If he's not
I
going
tell
to
you
be
what.
behind him, then he's the guy.
I tell you what, and you say you made a point. Someone made a point. Tight end is not a prime position. It's not premier. No, but when you have a good one, the matchup nightmares you can create, it opens the offense up in a way that we have not seen for 2 years here. That's a great kid. Colorado State, just a guy who likes to hunt, who likes to punch trees with his bare hands. Just a great kid. Come in, he's going to work hard for us, and he's going to take over that tight end one spot. I really believe that.
Can we get Likely in the fourth, though? Can we get
You
Likely?
take good players when
You
they're
have
there.
to be where your feet are, guys. You have to be where your feet
So
are.
let's
we're
go.
not getting any calls. We're not getting any calls right now. We got to stick and pick, and currently we sit with 2:22 left on the clock. My pick I'm taking here is Trey McBride. I want to hear what the rest of you think.
That's a
I'm
kid.
going
I think you can't go wrong with either. I do believe that tight end is a bigger position of need right now, but I don't believe you can go wrong with either. Both are explosive playmakers on offense. Was something we've lacked here for the last 2 years.
Martin and Jack, let me know, and then Ron close it out and let me know what we're turning the card in. We got 1 minute and 49 seconds on the clock.
think I'm going Brees here, fellas.
Brees Hall?
Yep.
I dig it. Herney?
Following up with Brees, man, all the way.
Brees Hall it is. Jack. We're not going defense this round, but I need to hear it. You pounding the rock, or you getting a big bruiser move tight end that could be from the likes of prime Zach Ertz, Kelsey, and Kittle? What are we doing?
Now for the value here, I'm big on Trey McBride here. You know, he's Carson loves him some tight ends. I don't want any excuses from Scott. So
This is a team that has been on the receiving end of Carson Wentz demolishing this team with tight ends over the middle of the defense. I want that same thing for Carson, for this team, now for the next 10 years. I think Trey McBride is that guy for you.
Okay.
All right, and look, to me, it sounds like we got the Ertz guy combination he had in Philly. Ron, do I make the call? 50 seconds.
Well, I love Brees, man. I love Brees. I love he runs hard-nosed football player. I think we gotta take a guy like Trey McBride here. You know, pair Ertz. You know, pair Wentz with a guy like Ertz. You know.
All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds left to spare.
Logan missing the first month of the season. We're not sure about the position, and I can't tell you about John Bates, guys. So let's
All right,
go.
guys, I'm 20 seconds. The pick is going to be tight end. Trey McBride, Colorado State, and we just got another one, guys. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see. Oh, Brees. We got to get Jack a guy now.
Got to.
We got to get Jack and Ron a guy now, man.
Is George Pickens still out there? No.
There he goes at 71.
Who?
George Pickens.
Oh, man.
wow.
That's the steal. I think that's the steal. That might be the steal of the draft right there.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see how this board is playing out.
This is good stuff. Good stuff.
Jack, let's go get Beavers, man.
Beavers?
I'm talking to my guy Jack.
And there goes Isaiah right there going to Bengals, Cincinnati. We got another one.
So what we thinking? I'm thinking if we're gonna go DB, if a guy like Kobe Bryant's on the board out of Cincinnati, I like the two Cincinnati boys, Kobe Bryant and Darian Beavers. And let's see, we're getting an offer. Do we want to add another pick in this round?
At this point, gentlemen, I feel like we need to. If there's going to be one we need to accept, maybe this one. Man.
I think we should maybe take a look at the board first.
There's nobody on the board.
Will Beavers
I like
be
my
there?
guy here. I have my guy. I see him.
Beavers?
All right, we're on the clock now. Let me see what's going on over here.
Let's see.
All right. Okay, we got edge rusher Isaiah Thomas out of Beavers. Your guy is on the board.
That's a good one.
Brian Cook, safety, Cincinnati. Another player, Mario Goodrich out of Clemson, the cornerback. That's someone I'm interested in. We got edge depth, Leon O'Neal out of Texas A&M. Zion McCullum, that's your guy. What you guys thinking here, man?
And you got a kid in Kyron Williams sitting there who is an explosive player. But I like what we've done so far. I think at this point you're taking the best player who can help you day one. I like that Beavers kid out of Cincinnati. Watching him, he always popped on film.
Really quick, Eric, can you tell me if one of Beaver's parents were in the military? Can you tell me that?
Was one of Beaver's parents in the military? Let's see. Physical and posing, intelligent linebacker. Intelligence tells me he comes from a good family. When good family. There's a good chance there's military in his lineage.
Okay, I like it.
I like his relative athletic score. I like his size. I think he can command the middle of the defense. Martin and Marty, let me know about Beavers. Is that the pick that we're going with? We got to get Jack some help on the defensive side of the ball. We need to get him a real linebacker.
What you think, Jack? Honestly, I think, I love Beavers, man. At times last year, he was the best player in that Cincinnati defense. I know Sauce got a lot of acclaim, but, I love Beavers,
I love his size. I love his size.
Here's a guy who can play in the middle of your defense. He can come down and rush the edge. We want somebody who's multiple like that. A 6'3" guy. Cole, I love the guy. I love his hair more than anything, but I can't see him with the green dot. So this guy, this might be our guy. He's super intelligent, like you said, Stokes. So
do Do you think he offers the positional flex that we're looking for at the linebacker position?
That's
Oh,
a great
yes.
question.
Oh,
That's a
yes. I think
that's a great question that you asked there, because this is a guy who once played quarterback and wide receiver in high school. So this guy knows how to play. He knows the mind of an offense and a defensive player. And linebacker, we need a dog in between Jamin and in between Cole Holcomb.
Right.
Is this the guy that's gonna complete that unit?
Guys.
Who's his pro comparison?
Let me hear. Other than
I would say
let me hear.
maybe Zaven Collins as far as size, but guys, I don't get into this pro comparison nonsense. You know, he's a football player, all right? He's a football player, all right? This guy, you know, he showed he could cover some tight ends too in the Senior Bowl. So I mean, this is a guy you could rush him off the edge, you can blitz him. Some guy that is gonna take blocks and keep going, not like Jamin, you know.
And there's this kid sitting there. We haven't even talked about that kid Bailey Zappi from Western Kentucky.
We're
Guy
not
who can come in.
We're not going offense.
Stop it, Scott.
Are we considering a quarterback at all in this draft?
Oh,
Maybe later.
maybe.
Later.
A
And we
project.
can maybe throw one of the Ivy League kids or the Notre Dame kid at the end of the draft, just so we can have a body to throw at the scout team. You know, we are now sitting with 6 minutes on the clock. Are we all on board for Beavers right now? Are we gonna run this down? Like, what are we doing?
Let me hear from my Martys. Let me hear from you guys.
You know, I'm liking this pick. You know, get Defoe, who a guy who I think is going to step up from Cincinnati last year in that secondary. Get him a guy that he played with. You got to think the Cincinnati defense was tops all year for the last couple of years. So, bring it on. See if it can translate to the league. I like it. Like Marty said, we like his size. Pause, and we're just going to keep moving.
I forgot all about Defoe, man. You know, we loving that family vibe over here at the Commanders. I love it.
Are we concerned that he struggles to make tackles at times?
Coach that kid up. Coach him up. And I'll add one thing on Beavers. That's a kid you can throw him in the backfield, have him be a lead back, a fullback for you in goal line situation, short yardage situation. Guy who throws his body. I like that pick. On that defense.
I got a guy.
I'm a linebacker. We got this kid.
Okay. So with
But you
5
said that
minutes
last year with Jamin.
Okay, but look, Jamin played out of spot. We tried to fit a square peg into a round hole.
Tell him, Eric. Tell him.
I'll just tell you this. My guy from PFF, one of my logistical guys, analytical guys, he just texted me and he told me his pro comp for this guy is KJ Wright. Sign me up for KJ Wright.
Sign me up.
I like that.
Let's use him how he's meant to be used, guys. Use him how he's meant to be used.
All right, I'm going to call it in, guys. Pick 114, Washington Commanders, linebacker, Cincinnati, Darian Beavers.
We got our guy, Jack.
Jack, are you happy, Jack?
About time.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, let's see how it's shaking out post that. We're not picking again for a minute.
I tell you what, that Philadelphia team, the weapons they've added on offense, Jelani Woods. There you go.
Oh, Jelani Woods.
Oh man! And in the first round, they went Daxton Hill and Devin Lloyd. They got a lot of draft capital they're building up for the quarterback they're going to draft next year.
We're not worried about Philadelphia, man. Not until we get to that divisional gauntlet, man.
I think we're going to see him. I think we're going to see him week 1. I think the schedule. I think they want Wentz to play his old team first week, man.
We'll bring it on.
Carson will be ready to roll. That offense is going to be ready to roll.
Oh yeah.
You guys have questions about Wentz. We don't.
He's our guy.
He's our guy. Got a kid who can throw the ball 70 yards down the field. You kidding me?
Jack, talk to me, Jack. What do you need on your defense, man? What else are you looking for?
We're still looking for that Buffalo nickel.
You're looking for that Buffalo nickel,
Buffalo.
That Buffalo nickel, man.
White Buffalo.
That nickel in Buffalo.
All right, we'll see if we can find you one in the next round.
I like this Marcus Jones kid if he's available, but he just
just went to the Bears.
Just went to Chicago.
Dang it.
Wow.
Time to start the timer up again in just a second. All right, let's go. We're on the clock. No trade offer, so we're staying here at 189. We're looking to target some type of defense. We got Marquez Bell, South Florida A&M. high relative athletic score. He has good length and production. Former high jump champion. Athletic standpoint, he appears to possess requisite fluidity to be successful when tasked with man coverage. That sounds promising so far. Let's scroll down and tell me what y'all think.
Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I'm a big advocate for this Marquise Bell guy. You know, he's coming from an HBCU. You know, we're all about minorities over here in Washington.
Inclusion.
You know, we're all about it. And,
Whatever.
Whatever
that malarkey.
There you go, Jack. There you go, Jack. We at least have to act like it, Jack. We have to act like it, Jack.
Right.
We have to act like it, Jack. Okay, but this is a guy who got kicked out of Maryland, and he had to transfer to FAMU. So you know he's been through some real life shit.
Jack. I just got a text from Jason. Jack. He said there's cameras recording in here for war room coverage, and you gotta fucking relax, man. We don't need cancel culture in here, man.
I gotta take this hat off, dude.
Nah, man. We want pass rush to be great again, man.
All right.
So,
what do we think?
I'll
tell you what,
guys, what you think?
I see a kid sitting there, Donovan West from Arkansas State, an offensive guard who's a nasty player. He's got a mean streak. Needs to get his hand positioning cleaned up, but we've got one of the best offensive line coaches in this league. Bring this kid in here. A guy at Sheriff just left. Bring him in. Let's let him battle. I like this Donovan West kid here as an option for us.
A lot of experience, but he's
what's left at running back?
Is he going to be another Sadiq Charles, or are we going to hit on this one this time?
Does he offer the positional flex that we're looking for?
What's at running back? What's at running back here?
Let's see what's at running
You got a kid in Kennedy Brooks that I'm not that high on.
Oh man,
Xander Harvith is an absolute monster.
Yes, he is.
That's a kid out of Purdue that is just explosive every time he touches the ball.
Yep, hell yeah. But it would be at this point, it's not a matter of picking someone too early because we're at that point in the draft where, you know what I'm saying, we got 7 minutes on the clock. Let's look at it. Do we want another receiver? I see my guy Bo Melton out of Rutgers, Felix Jones out of Tennessee. Let's see, offensive tackle. Anybody interested on this list right here?
What's the drop on Tyrique Smith in Ohio State, guys? Anybody have any info on him?
What position?
Tyrique Smith. He's the edge rusher.
Okay.
We need some depth.
What's the drop on him?
That's a great question, man. Tyrique Smith. Let's see what the scouts have told me. Let's see what our area scouts have told me. Physical specimen. That's a great start.
That's a great
Extremely
start.
impressive. 6'3", 260, exceptionally athletic. I don't need to see any more, to be perfectly honest. It looks like our guys did their homework on it. He converts speed to power especially well. He sounds like he uses his body better than some guys that I know here. That we're
Oh man,
I'm kind of sick of these Ohio State pass rushers, man. You know, these guys not coming to OTAs. These guys not coming to practice. These guys always hurt. I'm kind of sick of that, to be honest.
He'll be there, coach. He'll be there.
I want the safety out of South Florida A&M. Give me the HBCU freaky athletic safety, and someone on the roster can fill the Buffalo nickel role. That's me. What do you guys think about this pick?
I like it. Let me hear you, Martin.
I'll take it.
How about you, Marty?
Hey, I'm with it, guys, man. We definitely got to go defense here, man. Some way, somehow, we got a load of stopping guys as well. So I'm all on deck.
Maga Jack, talk to me. Kalon Barnes is pointing out of Baylor. I like that guy too.
Like him a lot as well.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Let's do it, Marquise Bell. Let me call it in right now. Look at that. Look at God. We got 6 minutes on the clock. We'd like to call it in, man. Marquise Bell, South Florida A&M safety. Call it.
Let's go, Keith. Welcome. All right.
Let's get it. All right, how do you guys feel about our class so far, man? Let me go ahead and pull it up on the board.
I
like it.
I love it, though.
I like it.
Love it. We got some
like
football
it.
players.
Got some kids who can create explosiveness for our offense. Give Carson some help. Get this offense rolling here, Ron. Let's get this offense rolling here.
Scott, we just gave you an extension, man. We just gave you an extension. What you gonna do with it? We gave you a receiver, and we gave you a tight end that are gonna be immediate impact players. How do you think that's gonna turn out with Carson so far, man?
2 guys at 2 positions. Guys that can get themselves open. Guys you can scheme open. Guys you can give them the ball, let them work with it. Tight end in position, Carson Wentz is favored. We've seen Zach Ertz go for 1,000 yards. And Carson get the ball down the field. That Chris Olave kid, 4.3 speed, smooth, get down the field and catch the ball. We're going to get these guys rolling here. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Let's go from top to bottom. What's your guys' favorite pick so far in the draft? Let's start with you, Tehue.
I would say probably Beavers, honestly. And I say that because
gotta be obscure when it comes to Tehue. You gotta love the guy, man.
I just like the flex right there, the position flex. I like the way that you can use him all over the place. And I mean, that's going to be a high-powered defense. You got almost, 5 first-rounders on there. And then you got Beavers in there interchanging with Jack and Coach. So I'm interested to see how it works out. And then we can even use him on some offense, too. I think he's very versatile, big body. He plays, he takes accountability like Ron likes. And I think he's going to be the most he's my favorite pick.
Coach Ron?
You know, I love me some Beavers as well, man. You know, we got our linebacker, Jack. We got ourselves a linebacker. This is a guy, you know, he's going to plug in some holes. You know, we forced Jamin there last year, and, you know, it didn't quite work out how we did, but I still think Jamin Davis can be a football player, man. I still have a lot of hope for Jamin Davis next year. So I don't want to hear you guys talk in the media. You guys have always been negative in the media, and I'm getting quite tired of it. I'm getting very tired of it. But, you know, I'm loving my guy Darian Beavers. You know, I think he can plug some holes, man, and crack some skulls.
Marty?
All right, well, here, I was a little bit torn between Trey and Olave. But, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just lean on Olave. I know exactly what he's going to bring. Rookie who's going to come in and play like a vet from day one. We know exactly what we're getting. Really can't say much else. And he's an outstanding route runner. We know he has that big play threatening ability. Carson does love to get to guys like that. I'm looking forward to see what Scott does. I'm looking forward to see what Scott does out there now that he has some legitimate weapons that can really open the field for our offense.
All right, Scott.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about this kid, Olave. Like I've said, technician, smooth in and out of his breaks, 4.3 speed. That's a kid who's going to come and he's going to work his butt off. Watched him at his pro day running back and forth after every snap, after every route. That's the type of mentality we want to see from these guys. Ohio State bred, best friends with Terry McLaurin. The chemistry is going to be fantastic. I think we nailed that one, guys. I'm excited about it.
And I'm excited about the Olave pick too, man. It's the home run pick. I talked to some guys in league circles when we were scouting these guys who had him as wide receiver 1, and they've had him that for a couple years because the dude just knows how to get open. He knows how to stem his routes. His first step off the ball and the way he sets up defenders on double moves, outstanding. The character, the family, the guy's unblemished as a prospect. This guy wrote a letter to Terry McLaurin in his senior speech saying how much his mentorship meant to him as a Buckeye. The guy is perfect. The guy checks all the boxes on and off the field. Home run pick, guys. Give us a fucking hand for that one, man. Jack, favorite pick in the draft? What you like we've done so far, man?
So I'm going to go a little bit against the grain here. I like Trey McBride. Seems like a lunch pail type of guy, no BS type of guy, football player, a guy that we want in this building, a dog. You know, it also entices me thinking about perhaps a playoff run where you have a healthy Logan Thomas and a McBride. That's an end zone nightmare. You know, we know Carson loves his tight ends. I mean, how do you cover that? I know I couldn't cover it, you know. So
oh man, I love to hear it, man. Let's go ahead and close out this draft, man. This one isn't gonna take too long at all. We got our 7th round picks coming up. Let's take a look at what this board is looking like right now.
Jake Kamada.
Trust way, sir.
I'm looking at a guy like Bo Melton here out of Rutgers, you know, speed demon. I believe he ran a 4.32, you know, a little raw. I'm looking at giving my guy Scott another weapon here. What you think about that, Scott?
You can never have too much speed on the offensive side, Ron. When we first talked, you interviewed me. We said speed. We're adding speed on this offense. You give me Bo Melton, Terry McLaurin, Chris Olave, and Curtis Samuel. You've got 4.3 speed across the board. I love it.
Do you think he can contribute in a return game?
I think this is a kid who can help you in the return game. We let DeAndre Carter signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think this is the kid who can help you on special teams.
Bless his heart. Hey, I'm looking at Xander Horvath and Ty Chandler, man. Have we taken a running back yet? We need a back. We need a back to compete. Antonio Gibson needs a running mate, man. We got a pounder and we got a shifty athletic guy. What are we thinking?
I like Ty Chandler a lot. You know, he's from North Carolina. Great state. Great state. You know, North Carolina, I have no problems with that.
4.38 40-yard dash, and he probably actually plays to that speed, not taking too many shots at our own running back. But that I'm looking Ty Chandler right now, unless we're going to take a quarterback to just throw and be a camp body like a Jack Cohn. What are you guys thinking?
Whose dad was in the military?
I think the best thing too is Ty has 2 fully functional big toes. So as far as that goes,
you can't overestimate the big toe being healthy.
Hold up, I'm having my guys text me what their vaccination status is on right now. We can make the pick.
That's what I need to know. That's the important question here. All right.
I think you go Bo Melton.
Antonio Gibson trip at the scrimmage line. All right. I want somebody who's going to hit the hole
scrimmage line.
I think you can't go wrong with a guy like Xander Horvath out of Purdue. Just explosiveness there.
First of all, the guy's name is Xander Horvath. That doesn't sound like an NFL running back. 6'3", 230 pounds. He sounds like a fucking Marvel Avenger. He has look at his relative athletic score. I think that's I'm sold.
So
and how many?
Why is he still on the board, guys?
He's a fullback, guys.
He's unvaccinated.
He's a fullback, man.
Give me Ty Chandler.
Turn the card in.
We don't believe in fullbacks. We don't believe in fullbacks. Ty Chandler did. I believe Ty Chandler's family voted Democrat in the last election.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Go Xander.
I like this Chandler kid, though. Do you guys think he can contribute in the return game?
I think that's a kid who can help you with kickoffs. Yep, absolutely.
4.38, he better be able to, and he's only 5'11", 204. That's the pick for me, sir. That's the card I would turn in. He has great personality. His character checks out. We're not gonna have to worry about too many off the field distractions. I'm going Ty Chandler here, guys.
Give it to me. Give me more weapons on this offense.
Absolutely.
I like this Chandler kid a lot. You know, pairing with De'Ami Brown. Like I told you guys, we're all about family.
Yeah, we're all about family, right? You see, Ron brought me over from Charlotte with him. If you've lived in Charlotte, went to a Hornets game, a Panthers game, if you've bought a North Carolina jersey, you are welcome to be a Washington Commander. That's what Ron taught me.
And you're doing a hell of a job.
And that's what he taught me too.
Last pick of the draft. Throw a quarterback on the roster. That's my opinion. Y'all let me know what's up.
That kid, EJ Perry, out of Brown.
I'm looking at a guy like Willis Jones here, guys.
Yeah, Willis Jones sitting there. That's excellent value sitting here at 7 for sure.
Should be there.
You know, we kind of got like DeAndre Carter, who's been through some real life shit. So we need to bring in another guy.
I think again,
y'all want to draft a 25-year-old receiver?
This is a kid who can help you kick off and punt. Deadly with the ball on punts and kickoffs. We need to beef up that special teams return game. I think I like this Velus Jones kid from Tennessee.
I like Velus Jones a lot. Tell me about this EJ Perry kid though.
I'll tell you what, he goes to Brown, which tells me one, his head's on his shoulder. He has
smart
a very
kid.
smart. You know what?
Good family.
Great family. Great family comes from great upbringing. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to the scout team, sometimes scout team quarterbacks don't give it their all. We need our defense to be challenged at all times in practice. And you're not going to get a harder working, more intelligent guy than the Ivy Leaguer out of Brown University. That's my guy.
I agree with that. I agree. I think that's a kid you bring in. I think, there's a possibility he's sitting there maybe as an undrafted kid you could call up. But I think between EJ Perry, between Velus Jones, you're adding something there. I think I'm leaning Velus Jones. Give me that return man. EJ Perry's a smart kid. I'd love to have him.
All right, so we're not considering closing the draft out and trying to find a late round Cam Curl type gem here on defense. Jack, you see anything on defense that tickles your fancy, my guy?
How about this DeMarco Jackson kid?
not on defense, but I like Jones in the return game. We let that feller, what's his name? He did
Carter.
the gruddy, or what's that dance, you guys?
The gritty.
Carter.
The gritty,
yeah,
the gritty, yep.
Yeah. Carter, we let Carter go, so I think Jones could help us in the return game.
Tell me about Zach Van Valkenburg. That guy sounds
I like that.
he's
I like that last name a lot.
I have to admit, guys.
I like that last name a lot. I think he can.
The envelope we put, guys.
He definitely sounds like a commie.
Yeah, that dude, he's picked straight from the vine, man. Hitler Youth right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about. A real lunch pill,
Oh, my
sneaky
God.
fast.
Hey, Christopher Allen is an
fast.
edge rusher out of Alabama. Great school, great program. You know that Alabama work ethic. What are we thinking here to close out the draft, fellas?
I like that. You know you're getting a kid with a head on his shoulders, coached up by Coach Saban, so you're getting a pro once he comes into the league. We need that. What's the worst that can happen here in this situation right now? Hey,
Probably Ryan Anderson, but it's okay if you pick Ryan Anderson with the last pick of the draft. You know what? What are we doing? Ron, what are we doing here?
I
Any corners you like, Ron?
must admit, the guy Ty Chandler, you guys are swaying me. If you can offer something in the return game as well as give Antonio Gibson some reprieve.
Ron, we already took
Whoa.
Ty Chandler.
I'm
We already-
sleeping.
Ron.
with So I mean, let's wake up. Let me wake up. I'm 60, guys. I'm 60. Sleep at the wheel. I'm up. I really like this Kanai Malga guy. We didn't expect him to be here from USC, but the Vel Valkenburg, he feel like he fits the bill. Feel like he's Jack's kind of guy. Let me
I
know.
definitely feel like
I
he's
love it.
Jack's kind of guy.
I
We
love
need the edge depth. I know he loves him, man. Let's
well.
close it out, and that puts a bow on the 2022 NFL draft. Give ourselves a goddamn hand, goddamn.
Good job, gentlemen. Good job.
Hell yeah,
We're
Great
gonna
job,
take
gentlemen.
command,
Great job.
for sure.
we're gonna take a look. Let's take a look at what we've done. You know what I'm saying? Let's bask in the ambience of a successful draft. We have to win this year. Like, how much better did we get in this draft, guys?
Exceptionally better.
I think you added 3 players, maybe 4,
Yeah.
who will help you immediately day one, starter level players with those first 3 to 4 picks.
And we're not afraid to start rookies here. We're not afraid to start rookies.
No,
Guys are going to
throw
play.
those guys in the fire, exactly.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of fan backlash over the Trey McBride pick because Logan Thomas, they absolutely love the guy?
Boo now, cheerleader, whatever. They'll love him.
We're probably not re-signing him after this year anyway. So
Exactly. And to be perfectly honest, I love the guy, Logan. The guy's gave us 1 year of solid production in his entire career. Let's not call it something that it's not, guys. It was a successful draft. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like everyone's texting me from the pro department, from the scouting department. They said they followed the board. And most importantly, stupid ass Dan did not enter the war room to meddle and make a pick of his own. Guys, it was excellent, man. Give me your closing statements before we go, and let's fucking crush 2022.
yeah, I like this draft. The draft was perfect. We get a vertical guy. We got that Air Coyo offense that Scott Turner likes to run. The greatest show on turf, what they ran up in St. Louis Rams at the time. And you got to get your guys. You got to get your guys, like Ron says, guys that are just commanders. The veteran guys, they're just commanders. And Chris Olave, he brings that talent right out the bat. Starter. I think he can personally lead the team in receptions, maybe not receiving yards, but receptions this year. Vertical threat. McBride is a guy who can just take on that load and just be a beast. I think we did our best to fit Carson and what he needs, so there's no excuse. And like I said, we have that option to opt out next year with Carson. And
We're not even thinking
if we
about
do,
that
if we do, the table is set for whatever quarterback we have coming in.
Coach?
Did this man just hit the
Yeah.
vape?
Listen,
I
guys.
know I'm not tripping.
Celebratory tote.
Hell yeah, I'm about to pop some bubbly, man. We just had a
Let's get back in
successful
character.
draft.
Let's get back in character.
Turn it up.
Man, I really love this draft, man. We really got some football players, man. We got some guys that have been through some real life shit. I think we've got some guys that have offered some, positional flex. That's what we're looking for. I'm really, really, really high on this Marquise Bell guy. I think he can be the Buffalo nickel that we're looking for. Sticks his nose down in there, gritty guy. He's been getting it down there in South Florida. In the heat. So I'm really liking this. I think Trey McBride can be our next Zach Ertz. He was giving us hell in the division for a while, guys. So I think we got some football players. I think we're ready to go through that real life shit in the divisional gauntlet.
Marty?
I want to say just credit to Ron, the team that he's composed and built here. When he first came, he said that he wanted to have a coach-centric approach. Gentlemen, this was a reflective indication of what exactly that was today. Not saying we're pushing all the chips to the middle of the table, but Scott, I'm expecting awesomeness. Nothing short of awesomeness. That guy, Chris Olave, he's going to be outstanding. I wasn't on deck with Trey McBride, but we are fully investing in our quarterback. I am happy about that. Carson will have a target from day one that he can get accommodated to all through 17, 18 weeks, whatever may have you. I'm really happy with what we got going. Jack, we got you a linebacker, man. All we got to do is tighten up on that defense. So everybody's got everything they need. Just time to get this train rolling, guys. Time to get this train rolling and stat some W's. Take it from there.
JDR, and then we're going to have Scott close it out and we can get out of here, man.
Fellas, I think we got faster. We got faster as a unit. We got stronger. We got some football players here. Bottom line, we got some football players. So I expect some big things. It's playoffs or bust, as far as I'm concerned. So with these young guys, I know they're going to come in, they're going to work. And I think they'll mature and we'll get some wins under our belt. I think the fans need some wins, need something to cheer about. So I'm happy overall. Let's take command.
Bring us home, Scotty.
Speed. We talked about it all off season, guys. Ron, when you first called me to be offensive coordinator, you said speed. We talked about it. We added a guy, Chris Olave, 4.3. We added a guy, Trey McBride, 4.5. We added a guy in Ty Chandler, 4.3. We have a guy in Gibson, 4.3. A guy in McLaurin, 4.3. We've got speed. Heineke, great kid. Love him. But you got a guy now in Carson Wentz who can take advantage of that speed down the field. I'm excited about this offense. We're looking at scoring some points here. And, Jack, I'm looking forward to working with you again. Let's go win some football games, baby. Let's do it.
Absolutely. And to close it out, I'm going to say we are
Commanders.
No, we got to do it like the video, bro. We got to get hype with it. We are
the Commanders.
The Commanders.
The Commanders.
The Commanders with the Terry. I know this all Terry do.
Goodbye.
Terry don't be having no swag with it. Man, hell to the Commanders. Our draft was great. You're not going to find a better draft out there. We are those boys.
Absolutely.
Deuces.